So this is the first episode we've done in 2023, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't include the alternate reality where 2023 already happened.
Okay, so I guess the appropriate place to start off then is Happy New Year, fan Levitardians.
Happy New Year to all of those of the Flebiverse, all the Flebanites, all the Fleb ones, all the Flebies, Flebtardians. Shout out to Nate too. Shout out to
Yeah, we are sans Nate today, or Nathan. Why you got me calling him Nate? His name's not
Nasty
Nate.
Nate, baby.
God. So we're sans Nathan today, so it's just Bryan and I flying. And Bryan, how was your New Year's? Did you do
My
anything
New
fun?
Year. So this is something that I've been experiencing lately, and maybe you can not only give me your input. Maybe you've been experiencing it as well. Maybe you know people who've also been experiencing it. Maybe just hear me out. What does time even mean? I have never in my adult life had a Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year. Sorry, Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year. Yeah. That felt so uneventful like the one I just had.
Okay, and why is that? Like you just didn't do shit?
Thanksgiving didn't feel like Thanksgiving. Christmas didn't feel like Christmas. And New Year's didn't feel like New Year's. It all felt as if it was coming sooner than it should have been. Christmas felt like October. New Year's felt like September. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because global warming, we haven't had a lot of snow up here in New England. So I don't, that obviously helps. But we've had snowless Christmases before and it still felt like Christmas. So I don't know what's happening. And I've spoken to other people about this. I did research. I know people. I spoke to people. I did some things. I figured out some things. And they all kind of felt the same way. Like holidays have snuck up on them. 2023 has snuck, and not like the typical, like, oh, it's already a new year. Like, bro, it's January 18th.
Is that it? Is that your thought?
Yeah. Like, is it so does it feel like better question? Does it feel like January 18th?
Yeah, I would say so.
Ah, fuck.
I mean, like not outside because like climate change and shit, but like generally, yeah, it's like January 18th. The
No, it doesn't.
the the New Year shine has worn off. We're back into the fucking doldrums of day to day life, and yeah, we're doing it all over again, baby. We're
The
back at
New
the
Year's
beginning.
shine never wore off, Ty, because it never came.
Well, that's a you problem, Bryan.
Listen,
That's a
Fliptardians.
you problem.
Hit us up on the Instagram, on the YouTube. That's popping, by the way. Shout out to
Fifty
Nasty Nate for getting
thousand.
those YouTube numbers up.
Ooh.
But hit us up on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and let us know. Does it feel like January 18th? Because I don't think
For
it does.
January 19th or 20th when this comes out.
My bad. Yeah,
Okay.
my bad.
Um, I guess I'm just curious, like, then what is your hypothesis here? Like, what is
I
like,
think during the pandy, something happened in the form of a social cataclysmic event that we weren't privy to as it was occurring. I liken it to not realizing trauma is happening to you as you're seeing, as a youth, coming across a dead body, seeing someone die, seeing abuse, seeing alcoholism, and compartmentalizing it as something that just is. Not that's normal, but just something that is, something that is. And because of that, I think we all shared this moment during the pandy where that happened and it did something to time. Our days are no longer 24 hours long. Our days have all effectively, I've done the research, about 18 and a half hours now.
what is that? What does that mean?
Meaning, since the spring of 2020,
Mm-hmm.
time has lapped itself increasingly by the span of 125% each day.
Are you going to sit there with a straight face? The first thing that this podcast is going to put out into the new year, and you're bringing conspiratorial energy that we just didn't notice that the days were getting shorter.
You noticed it. You
Did
noticed
I?
it when you looked at your little baby girl and said, "Damn, you're already 4."
That's normal parent shit. Everyone does that.
Nah, fam. Nope. You noticed it when you looked at your watch and was like, "Damn, it's now January 19th." You
18th.
noticed it. You just didn't notice it because no one was bringing it forth. But as me, as a free thinker, I come here to bring it forth to you. And all of a sudden, I get met with hostility because Big Time wants all of y'all to believe things. Think about this. Think about this. Time is so fucked up. Cowboys want to playoff.
I mean, listen, you got me there. You got me there. It's suspicious.
Just saying.
That aspect of it. I'm gonna
Just
push
saying.
back on the rest of your Kyrie Irving Jewish space laser shit that you're
Don't
on.
lump me with that guy.
Listen, oh,
Let's not do that. I simply said Big Time has their hands in things.
you're just
you guys
asking
aren't paying attention.
questions.
All
You're
of a
just
sudden-
asking the questions.
Listen, I'm just asking the questions and I'm enlightening you and hoping that at some point that third eye of yours will open up.
You know, I'm sure there's a documentary on that on Amazon. You know, you're not saying you endorse it, but you're telling people to go watch it. Open your mind.
Ty, how was
What?
your New Year's?
It was pretty uneventful, to be honest.
Because you didn't fucking feel like New Year's. Exactly. What'd you do last year for New Year's?
Not a whole lot either. I'm kind of a boring New Year's person, to be honest. Like, just I don't know. New Year's is kind of one of those days to me that feels a little overhyped. Like, if I just want to drink too much in the evening, I'll just drink too much in the evening. Like, I don't need
you don't need a down
a day for that. I don't need a countdown. I don't need to go to a fucking Great Gatsby themed party.
That's
I don't
kind of
want
dope, though.
Is it?
Well, what is the most
shit.
What is the most New Year's Eve thing you've ever done? I went to a Great Gatsby themed party.
I think the most pure New Year's Eve thing I ever did was when I was 16. Broke into the fridge, took out a full bottle of champagne, drank all that shit, and spent the new year doing freestyle rap battles with my good buddy. Woke up the next morning incredibly hungover, and that was the first time I ever had a hangover.
I think that's the most
quintessentially.
That might be the most New Year's thing you've ever did, but that also might be the most whitest thing you've ever did.
What do you mean?
You broke into your, first of all, break. You can't say break when it's not a lock to break. It's a refrigerator.
Did you see my childhood fridge?
Unless
you know that there wasn't a lock.
Unless you had a lock. Well, I just didn't know if you were being
of
the mind with it.
See?
So first of all, you're breaking the law. You're breaking the law by breaking and entering.
Yep.
Then you're consuming alcohol at a young age that you shouldn't. You're only 16.
Yep.
Then you performed rap battles.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that sounds like the plot to Malibu's Most Wanted.
Which is a banger, by the way.
And it came out when you were 16.
Oh my God. Am I B-Rad from Malibu?
T-Rad, T-Hodge, T-H, T-H Balance. We'll get it together. We'll figure out.
Oh my God. I
TH
love
Balance.
that.
I like
TH
that.
Balance. I like that.
And I ain't need to drink at 16 to figure that out.
I was at 16. I was too busy having my mind blown by Miss New Booty. That's all I know.
Yeah. I mean, you let us know a little bit what goes on behind the curtains, right? And if you guys don't know, I'll share this with y'all because we're all like a family, right? So if he shares it with us, we should in theory be able to share it with y'all. So as I share it, allow me to share it. Did y'all know frequently TH Balance over here. I don't know if he's where he's at on y'all screen, but on my screen,
Down.
TH Balance over here. He often likes to take a nice glass of Shiraz, drinks it until it's about halfway full, and then starts twerking to Gwen Stefani songs.
Oh, that's true. Holla back,
That,
girl.
that's something he does. He does
Yep.
that. So
Fair.
when it comes to you telling me, even my Siri was like, "What happened there?" even when it comes to you breaking down and telling me what transpired when you were 16, at no point was I surprised.
Okay, well then, like, all right. So, is that any more or less surprising than the number of times I've revealed shitting myself on this podcast, Bryan? Is it any more or less surprising than my infamous PSP story from high school?
Oh no, I can you let's it's a new year. So in order to not make the same mistakes we made in the past, sometimes we gotta revisit. Can you please revisit this PSP story?
I would love to revisit this PSP story. If you want to hear the original telling, go back and listen to our episode with Lorenzo. Um, so was on a school field trip to Washington D.C. Took the
Okay.
Greyhound bus up there. All right,
Okay.
and this was the time when I had the PlayStation Portable, the PSP. For anyone who was familiar, fantastic mobile gaming console.
Ahead of its
Um,
time.
oh, it really was so good. So ahead of the trip, I go to GameStop and I buy a new game because something to play on the bus ride up and down.
Okay.
So I got what was it? Fucking Resistance. I believe
Okay.
that was yeah. It was a Resistance game, some sort of shooter, something like that. And so I'm playing that up all the way up. Everything's good. Um, I got this friend who I won't even really call a friend because I
Is
didn't
it
like him.
Resistance Retribution?
Maybe I don't fucking know. It didn't. We'll get to the
Sorry.
spoiler alert. It didn't last long. So I had this guy who I didn't particularly like, but he was kind of just like leeching on me and just like clinging around. So
Always one, right?
yeah, so he was just like hanging on, and so we ended up just roaming around DC doing dumb shit. Ended up eating at this one particular cafe, like I shit you not, like 3 or 4 times in the span of this field trip, which was a day trip. It was like up and back. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Was the cafe in DC?
Yeah, it was in DC. Just I don't know, just walk there, got something to eat, did other shit, went, walked back, ate there, did other shit, came back, rented
Okay.
wheelchairs in some museum, went back, you know, normal kid shit. Um, so by the yeah, I know who amongst us?
Yeah.
So by the end of the day, it's nighttime and we're riding back on the bus, and my stomach it starts a rumbling.
What were you getting at this cafe? That's important.
Just various like deli sandwiches, just like assorted meats, cheeses, stuff like that. Like
You were
nothing
going to
crazy.
hold on. So you're how old at this time?
Let's say 16, 17.
16. You were a wild boy at 16. You're 16. Poof.
I
So
know.
16, you was running around illegally drinking, breaking into your parents' fridge,
Yep.
and going to trips to DC. And when you
Yep.
were on these trips to DC, you were hitting up the same cafe like a drug dealer. But every time you were going, you were purchasing charcuterie.
No, not charcuterie, a sandwich. Just like
You said deli meat. You said like meats and cheeses. I didn't hear
yeah,
bread
on
anywhere.
between bread.
So say sandwiches.
I did say sandwiches.
Uh,
We're gonna roll the tape back in post. I said
okay.
sandwiches.
All right.
Um. Anyway, so I've eaten like 10 sandwiches at this point in the day, and my stomach is a rumbling on the way back. And to pull back the curtain a little more for the audience, I am a busy pooper. I have to be doing something when I'm pooping. I can't just like sit
Oh,
there, do the thing, and move on with my day. And that's partially because I take a long time to poop. I'm a very slow, methodical pooper. Some
and this is
people,
normal.
no, probably not.
Okay.
But for me, it's all I've ever known.
Okay.
Some people in and out in a couple minutes. Me, I like to take my time, 15, 20,
I'm
30
saying your
minutes.
legs fall asleep a lot.
Yes,
Same.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm the same.
Um, and so I naturally bring my PSP in there because I'm gonna be a while. I'm just having to shit on this Greyhound bus. I don't want to be in there.
You
So
shitting on a great yo. I'm telling you, white people grow up so different. I'm telling you.
hold on,
You
what?
shit on a Greyhound bus?
It was a necessity.
You
It
don't
was either
ever
that or I shit myself.
when you have
We're in
something that when
Fairfax.
you have something that traumatic in your day-to-day schedule, such as a bus and a bus bathroom, you plan your life around said bathroom.
What would you have had me do? Just shit
Not
myself?
not eat various meats and cheeses, sans bread.
Well, okay, I do have regrets about the various meats and cheeses. I do have regrets there.
You're anywhere shitter?
Um, if if duty calls,
Okay.
I make do.
That's a
I prefer the confines of my own house, but I can squeeze one out anywhere.
I don't trust it anywhere shitter.
What do you mean?
If you
Okay,
could shit anywhere,
Bob Belcher,
if you could shit anywhere, you could do a lot of things anywhere.
such as
Steal champagne,
yeah, facts.
steal sandwiches, meats, cheeses. I mean, I'm
That's hearsay.
just saying it's one of the things where it's like if you would gossip to me, you'll gossip about me.
That's true. I am a gossip.
So if you'll shit anywhere, you'll shit on me.
That's true, and some people will pay good money for that.
Saudi.
Anyway, so I am just murking some aliens while taking this heinous, humongous shit on the back of this Greyhound. And I finished my business in what probably was like 20 to 30 minutes. And so it is time to wrap up. And so now that we've got a video component to this, I can show this to the YouTube audience.
Oh wow, look at that. We're bringing back old stuff with the new stuff, and we're showing y'all how we do things.
All right, so just pretend that this PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4 controller is a PSP, okay? For theater of the mind. So I got to pull my pants up. I set it down right here on top of the toilet paper roller thing. It's got the flat surface. It's got the flat surface. So I'm like, I'm just gonna be a second. It's all good. It's all good. So I stand up. I bend over to pull. As I'm mid squat, pulling my pants up, the bus randomly accelerates, and my PSP goes wonk, and I hear a splash.
That cat just said, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry, Maggie. I didn't realize my cat was back there.
Sorry.
And I heard a splash, and I looked back, pants still down by my knees, and I see a faint blue glow coming out of a steaming pile of shit that I just took.
Oh,
and Bryan
didn't even flush.
There's no. It's a Greyhound. There's no flush. It just all sits.
Yeah.
It just
like
all
an
sits
airplane
there.
toilet, right?
Yes. And so, Bryan, I have a decision to make. Do I reach in and fetch my prized possession, or do I cut bait? I mull this over for a little bit, and eventually I'm like, I can't do it. I can't reach in to a Greyhound toilet, fetch this thing, and then carry it all the way with me with no way to wash it off for another 2.5 hours. There's no way. It's not happening. So I'm already devastated in that I'm having to cut my loss with my new game, with my PSP console. It gets worse. As I open the door, I was not expecting that the entire bus probably would have heard the loud ka-thunk coming from the bathroom when my PSP rifled into the hard plastic on the toilet. So I open up the door. The entire bus turns around, faces me, starts applauding, just thinking I must have just shat a brick, a literal brick, because that's what it had to have sounded like. My crush at the time is on this trip. I am mortified.
Oh no!
I make the slow walk to the front of the bus. I sit down. That clinger on that I was talking about.
Must have been nice to be able to sit in the front of the bus.
I know. He turns to me and he just asks me, "Hey, where's your PSP?" And I have no answer.
I would have gave it to him. I hear.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, okay. You want to hear something truly vile? I don't think I've. I want to share the story.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I want to share this story.
We should have your buddy on the show.
No, I don't think we will.
Is he still is he still in the like area in which you guys grew up?
Honest to God, I have no idea. Like when I graduated high school, I just like ghosted almost my entire group of high school friends because I was like, I'm moving on to bigger and better things. Y'all are just some fucking losers. Y'all got nothing going on.
Did you go to school in Virginia?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how far from your current living place? How far are you now from where you went to high school?
About 3.5 hours.
Damn, Virginia is such a stupid ass state. That's
What
such a
the,
long.
what?
That's a long time to still
I
be in the
mean,
same state.
what do you? I don't even know what you mean there. It's a long ass time to be
That's
in
a
the same state.
long ass. So once you hit the Mason-Dixon line,
Yeah.
states get stupid. And you like states get stupid. You now get into a space where you can travel for multiple upon multiple hours without ever leaving said state.
Yes.
These are all, mind you, these are all in states that don't deserve that. There are some states, to me, California, where if you got to drive 8 hours to get from one place to the next, you're passing a lot of dope shit, a lot of nice scenery, da 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 da. Virginia, what are you passing? What are you seeing? What are you experiencing?
Let's see. You're passing the governor's mansion where a Republican MAGA dude currently lives. Then you're going to pass through Charlottesville, the site of where Nazis marched through the streets. Then you're going to pass through Blacksburg, Virginia, the home of my college, and
See, all of these are places I ain't going, bro.
where Steve Bannon went to college. And then, you're going to just keep going west, and you're going to get real, real close to the border of West Virginia and Tennessee. And you don't want to be in the border of West
And then
Virginia
it
and
gets worse.
Tennessee.
Like, that's the crazy part. That was the appetizer to it getting worse.
Yep.
Nah, son, the Green Book. Nah. Maybe that's the reason why I feel that way. Because once you get past like DC, it's like, once you get past the Chocolate City, it's like for me, it goes Boston, Connecticut, New York, Jersey, Baltimore, DC, or Philadelphia, excuse me, DC, Atlanta.
Okay, but let's be real. You live in Connecticut, right? You still
Yeah.
live in Connecticut?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that exactly a haven for the African American community?
Martin Luther King spent time up here when he was a youth.
He spent time everywhere. He was a
didn't.
globetrotter.
No. Yeah. Who would be on your civil rights globetrotter team?
Oh my God.
We got Martin Luther King bringing up the point.
Yep. Malcolm X.
Malcolm X is a tough forward. He's like he's a power forward. Let's put him in power.
How tall was Malcolm X?
It don't matter. His aura, right? I look it up though. Does Kareem Abdul-Jabbar count? Because he's done a lot in both.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like he should.
So we got our center.
Okay. Are we sticking to just like men
Malcolm
or
X
men?
was 6'4".
Was he really? That's a strong shooting guard right there.
Yeah. Okay. If we can't find anyone else of similar size,
what about MLK?
Yeah, we might have to bump him down.
How tall was MLK?
5'7".
Really?
Yeah, he's a little Isaiah Thomas-ish.
Oh my God! Well, we gotta stick him at point. We gotta stick him at point then.
Yeah.
let's see. Okay, see now this gets tricky because now that we're doing this basketball style, I want to I want to try to think of two people who are civil rights leaders and also tall because Brian. I don't know about you, but when I'm building out a starting five, I like a rangy tall three. I
Yeah,
love a long three.
yeah. That someone in that KD role that can kind of bump up
Yes.
and play all three, four, and a five.
Yeah. Love that. Shit.
I mean, I think we're devoid. So we gotta. So hold on, we gotta put Rosa Parks in here somewhere.
Can we not? I was about, I was about to say, can we not bring her off the bench? But then I realized what I was about to
How
say.
dare you?
I know,
You see,
I know.
It's the Virginia in you. You don't know any better.
Listen, when Ralph Northam was like, oh wait, no shit, never mind, fuck. No, I mean, yeah, if we're going, yeah, I mean, she would have to be there. Maybe we just play like a 3 guard set.
I think Rosa. Let's put Rosa at the point. Let's put MLK at the two.
Okay,
I like Malcolm at the three.
I can live with that.
We just need a power forward and we good. Even though in theory we should put Rosa as the forward. Because she always
yeah, I mean, yeah.
John Lewis. How tall was John Lewis?
Oh, I think
Rest in peace, John. Rest in peace, John.
He's on the tall side. Hold on.
And I think this also kind of highlights another idea that.
Oh, he's only 5'10".
Damn, I know coming off the bench. This also highlights another idea that we are severely lacking in our education on civil rights leaders.
I mean, their heights primarily at this point. Like that's what I'm looking for.
Why we don't know we don't know tall civil rights leaders?
I literally just Googled tall civil rights leaders.
Damn. Okay. All right. Any results?
I'm going straight to the source on this. Okay. Let's see.
I like.
Oh, but this doesn't do me any good. Wikipedia doesn't have the heights. I need a civil rights database that includes all their statistics, their measurements, their 40 times. I need all of this.
Their shuttle, their cone speed. We'll flesh that out. We'll flesh that out.
That's good social content. I feel like we can fill. If you're listening to us right now, hit us up on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube. Who would you play as the 4 in your civil rights starting lineup?
Civil rights 5. Let us know what it is. Let us know what it is.
God.
So, Ty.
Yeah.
Last year was big. Last year was my introduction to not only this podcast, but to you as a person. I didn't realize you existed before then. A lot of big things happened last year, not only in the world of sports, but in the world in general and for the Flebiverse. My question to you, what is something that you would like to see more of from our show going into 2023, aka the year Jordan?
Things I would like to see more of. Well, first off, I want to see those numbers go up, up, up. Like, share, rate, review, all that shit.
All that.
So there are a couple things.
I got it. Why don't we put John Amici in? Because he's super modern, but like that man be fighting civilly for rights.
Okay, now hold on. If we're going down this path, could we include LeBron maybe? Brittany Griner. Which civil rights specifically? All civil rights? Because I want BG on my team if she's available. But now we're just doing civil rights minded athletes.
Now we open it up like that, right? Because civil rights, like, why did the civil rights didn't end at like, it's not like 1982 came and it was like, all right, fam, those are just regular rights now we fighting for.
Yeah, we're good.
So, okay. All right. Yeah, y'all help us out on social. We'll get to it. Anyway, sorry. What's something that you would like to see more of from the Flebiverse, from us as a show, us as people, maybe our fans? You already kind of addressed those.
I got two big ones, 3 big ones.
Talk to me.
A big 3, if you will. Number 1, I want us to get more regular in producing content. As the loyal listeners may know, we tend to do like a nice little stretch of boom, 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 weekly content, and then randomly off for 2 or 3 weeks because shit happens. So I'd like to see that.
Okay.
I would like to get one of either Stugatz or Dan on the show this year.
Okay.
I think that would be cool. And then three, I'm not sure if I want to announce this yet because it's
Well,
not. Oh,
is it something that it's percentage of this chance happening?
oh, I mean, it could be 100%.
Oh, well, then don't mention it then.
I wield the power in
Oh,
this scenario.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Damn. I want I know you didn't ask me, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Um,
Bryan, what do you want to see from the show moving forward in 2023?
I need to see us at the next Moss event.
Yes. Oh, that's a good one. That's a great shout.
The next Moss event.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Nathan's not going to be flying cross country all by himself.
I mean,
he's not going to have a lonely booth.
He would because
I mean, no, no.
No,
he did go. He did go by himself this last time. Sometimes he brings the wife and kids in tow because they're all just troopers and
he does.
He's done it before.
Oh wow. Well then, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. His wife is an absolute saint to put up with that. My wife likes the show, and I don't think she would do that with me.
My wife doesn't give a damn. She hates the show.
No?
She hates the show. She hates the people. She just doesn't know why it is.
She hates you. You know, it's everything. It's all encompassing.
Everything comes in threes.
Yep.
That, and I would also like to see. I would like to also do an on-site taping of God Bless Highlight.
Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Like, you know, lofty goals, lofty aspirations,
like
but
it.
Doable, obtainable, mountable.
It's a both of those things one flight away down to Miami.
My thing, right? Bro, COVID is still a thing.
Yes. Yep.
Have you ever caught COVID?
Maybe like at the very, very early, like early 2020 when they wouldn't even test you unless you were
one of those
dying.
things where you don't have a positive test indicating and you weren't sent to an ER or hospital.
Exactly. I wasn't sick enough to where they were going to test me.
Yeah, I same. To my knowledge, I didn't catch it. To my knowledge, I don't want to catch it, right? Like, yeah, so for me, and I hate it because I don't, we all in this tough guy mentality, and I get the people who are at the point where I'm just tired. I did everything. I got vaxxed. I got boosted. I wore my mask. It's not going away. I just want to live my life. I get those people. I get them. I don't like those people, but I get it. Like, it's like, whatever. Imagine applying that to everything. I always wear my seatbelt. I wore it for most of my life. I wore it for 35 years. I don't want to wear a seatbelt anymore. Like, I just don't get it. But anywho, with what I do for my business, with my work, with my life, I literally, and I get it. There's a bunch of people who are like, yo, bro, I can't afford to get sick. That's what has caused the shit that we're in right now as a society. People losing their jobs, everything being super fucking expensive. You can't buy shit. You can't afford shit. Da 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 da. I literally can't do my thing if I get complications affecting this up here. So I always have treated it like, nah, fam. Like, nah. Like, the Moss Miami, love the idea. Loved it even more when it was like, hey, I already got a bodega. Not a bodega. What the fuck is a bodega? A pontoon, not a pontoon. What's the shit?
Jesus Christ.
Gazebo?
Third time's a charm. You got it.
Is it gazebo?
No, cabana.
Oh, well, fourth time. When he was like, I was like, damn. So, and I was like, shit, we got to go down there and help out and da 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 da. And I was like, I looked at the flights. Flights is like, 180, 200. I was like, it ain't that bad. And I was like, ew. Like, and then Dan died. Like, we don't even know if that's Dan. Like it's a real, and it sucks because I don't ever I'm not I'm done with judging people because just judging don't mean shit anymore. Look at the people who run the fucking country. But I'm not going to put myself in a situation if I know I'm not around like-minded individuals. Like, it's one thing if it's like, I know Ty takes it serious. He got a kid. He got a wife. He got a life. He got all these things that he don't want to fuck up. So if he ain't feeling good, guess what Ty's gonna do? Keep his ass at home.
Mhm.
Can't speak for everybody. Can't speak for most people. Can't speak for anyone but myself. So if I know that I'm in a situation where I might be rubbing arms with people like that, and especially like in Florida and Miami, I don't want to be masked up, be fucking sweat dripping down my nuts and face and all that nut face. I don't nah. So it just got to the point where the pros didn't outweigh the cons, and I just had to make a decision. But I'm hoping I don't know, bro. I don't even know what to hope for. I don't even know what to hope for. I'm hoping for a pill that they say, hey, if you get COVID, go to CVS, buy this pill, and you be done with it in 2 weeks. Like, that's what I'm hoping for, because the idea of it going away obviously ain't happening. And you seen all this shit with now fucking new vaccines with the variants could be fucking motherfuckers up who are older than 65. And I'm like, I ain't 65, but I'm like, you know what? I might be 65 one day. So
Yeah,
I'm like, oh
maybe.
no. So yeah, that's where I stand with it. I'm sorry. I said that was a lot of shit to say. I want it to go, and I hope that when it's time to go next time, it's safe.
I mean, I feel like I can tell you right now, it won't be any safer. But you know, maybe maybe you'll have caught it by then and you'll be unscathed, and then you can just roam free, even though that's
And
not
that's the
how
other
COVID
thing. Like,
works.
you don't every time you catch it, it's an individual case.
Yep.
It ain't or I've had this before, I'll be good. It's no, motherfucker. This might be something like
This
and
is the time you get long COVID off of this.
son, and I be hearing the stories like the nights that I stay up on Reddit, and I'm just kind of just scrolling through topics for the day, and then I come across an article about long COVID, and I start reading the replies, and just hundreds of people who have it, had it, know someone that has it, has a family member that has it. They can't walk right, they can't talk right, they can't breathe right. And it's like, damn, damn.
I mean, I am in that position where I don't have a positive COVID test ever on my record since I got sick at the very beginning of the pandemic, and through the pandemic till now. I have felt myself getting dumber. I have developed some sort of like ADHD where I cannot focus. I cannot recall things as clearly
That
as
brain
I
fog.
once did. I don't know. I don't know if that's from like stress, anxiety during the pandemic did that. If that's long COVID, brain fog shit that's residual. I genuinely don't know, and I probably never will know. But
Did
that
you
shit
have any
weighs in me.
losing of taste and smell, that type of stuff?
Nope,
No,
never that.
because that would have confirmed that you probably had it, right?
Yeah, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
man.
just
It's like I said, it's just a crazy world we're living in. It's crazy that in the world, in the year of 2020 2023, the year of our Savior, his holiness, his airness, that we're kind of still putting up with this shit.
yeah, and we
Like, we
always
still
will.
don't know if we have a franchise quarterback. Like, that's what this is right now. COVID is the country and the world not knowing if they have a franchise quarterback for damn near 4 seasons in a row. Finishing 8-8 every year, good enough to not get a good draft pick, but bad enough to do anything.
Good enough to beat Tom Brady in the first round of the playoffs, right?
Hey you. So if you had to put a billboard up indicating that someone had a stupid face, who would that person be?
So describe this billboard. Am I just literally? It's a billboard that just has a person's face.
I'll describe it for you. It's a billboard of you holding up a newspaper
Mm-hmm.
labeled after wherever you're from. So the Virginia Herald, you know, newspaper.
Yep.
And on the front is a person's face with a caption next to it that says, "This person's face is dumb."
Mm-hmm.
Who is that person? While you think
Hmm.
about it, I'll give you my answer.
Go for it.
While I 100% understand what Billy Gill means when he says Josh Allen has a stupid face, as someone who is a fan of a team that lines up against Daniel Jones and Eli Manning for the better half of the last 2 decades, I am very aware of what a stupid face looks like. since we already know how Billy feels, I'm not going to throw Josh Allen out there because y'all know my angst for Josh Allen, and it's not really angst for Josh Allen. It's I don't want to revisit that, but my point was proven. My point was proven. Don't bring us down that path, Ty. Just my point was proven.
It wasn't, but okay. I got one
Listen,
for you.
listen. Sidebar.
Sidebar.
Sidecar would work too, though, right?
Um, I don't know. You're a big dude. I don't know if you would fit in a sidecar. You would have
No,
to be
I
on a
wouldn't be in the
motorcycle
sidecar. You'd be in the sidecar.
because it's your conversation.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, got yeah. No,
So I'm
I can squeeze my ass in
sidecarring.
there.
I'm sidecarring the take conversation that we need to eventually
Yeah,
have at
yeah,
some
yeah.
point. But for me, it'd be Elon Musk.
Oh, Elon does have a very dumb face.
I'm
Aha, I'm
Elon.
Elon Musk.
That's who I would put on it. Who you picking?
I'm gonna go with Riley Cooper. You remember him? Wide
I will
receiver
kill
for the
every I
Philadelphia.
will kill every N-word in here.
Yeah, that guy. That dude has a real dumb fucking face. Like some of these photos that I'm seeing. When was this? This is
Riley Cooper is giving me a little bit of a Trevor Lawrence with a beard. Never mind. Sorry. It was the hair. I remember seeing him with the hair out, and I automatically
yeah.
equate everyone who plays football that has hair like that with Sunshine from Remember the Titans, and that's obviously what I consider Trevor Lawrence because he has the hair flowing like Sunshine. But no, Riley Cooper doesn't have. Ugh. I'm with you.
What
He
about
has
like
like a Sam Bradford looking thing going on. I don't know what's going on here. Weird forehead.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this dude doesn't have a punchable face per se, but I will say, um, I would break my fist if I ever tried to punch Dak Prescott in the neck. That neck is so fucking thick and stout. He wears me out. I feel like I'm looking at like a giraffe human hybrid with that neck. It's like you got a fucking oil barrel shoved in there.
Um, I saw this once and I couldn't shake it. And I don't like Dak's my guy, but sometimes you just gotta admit it. Someone said that he looked like a Goomba. And I haven't been able to shake that visual for the rest of my life because he has a very square head when you see that headshot from you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see it, obviously. Um, but yeah, no, okay. All right, cool. Now let me explain this take thing before we get out of here.
I got two more for you.
Go ahead.
Ben Roethlisberger, dumb face.
Ooh.
And then Jay Cutler, classic dumb face.
Jay Cutler is one of them. Jay Cutler is one of them because when you yeah damn damn I feel bad for Jay Cutler.
Do you?
Yeah,
Why?
because we've determined that he didn't fit the prototype of what we expected out of a starting quarterback in the NFL, and because of that, imbued a lot of negative traits that just probably weren't existent. They just how we felt about him because he wasn't the rah rah guy that we came to love at that point. I think now, like if Jay Cutler came moseying through the NFL now, it probably still wouldn't be received as well. But yeah, no, he ain't doing himself no favors. Never mind. Sorry, Jay Cutler.
Can I got completely distracted here. I'm gonna share a photo with you because when you search Jay Cutler bodybuilding comes
Oh
up in
yeah,
Google Images.
yeah,
Look at this scary motherfucker.
yeah. Fucking Pitbull man.
Do you see this?
Yeah. Good old
That's
Jay.
that's not the reaction I thought you would have. This man is terrifying.
Well, I was aware of this man.
You're familiar with this man?
Yeah.
How do you know this? How do you know of this large gent?
You don't know Jay Cutler, bro?
No.
Jay Cutler was the de facto, like, I don't want to, god damn. I don't want to go. See his wings? Jesus.
I mean, that's as big as my fucking head. Bigger. That's insane.
Hair looks fabulous.
He has a bit of a like Hulk Hogan hair to him,
Yeah,
almost a little bit.
yeah.
That
For those that
golden
don't know, look up
sheen.
Jay Cutler,
Bodybuilder.
bodybuilder, and you'll see what we're talking about. Yeah, no, he was the de
Terrifying
facto,
individual.
like during that like Ronnie Coleman era where everyone was like, I don't know about you, but a lot of men at some point in their life became a man that wanted to get into shape to get the bitches.
Mm.
Every man wanted to be Mr. Bitches. And one of the ways to
Mr.
become
B.
Mr. Bitches, if you ain't had the money, was to become Mr. Muscles. So at some point, every man has kind of gone through that period in their life where they were heavy in the gym, whether it was post breakup or, however that is. And yeah, at that point, you start coming across these people. Like every like, I don't, you've never had a bodybuilding.com account?
No.
Oh
God,
yeah,
no.
Jesus. Ugh. Yeah, I feel like we've all had a bodybuilding.com account, but clearly by that response, no. Yeah, no.
Now, did I partake in P90X back in the day? You bet your goddamn
You
ass
got
I
a
did.
P90X body, lean and
Thank you.
mean. You got a
Not,
nice
not anymore.
cross country runner body.
Hey, bang on.
That shit was crazy. Seeing
Loved
motherfuckers
it.
run around in an empty field for hours.
Or the woods. Or the
Yeah, it
woods.
was so weird. It was when I first saw, because where I grew up, we didn't have cross. Like, did anyone have cross country like in middle school?
No, most places just did like track in middle school, I
So
think.
maybe that
Just
it
like a
was a
generic track
culmination of both
team.
things. So when I went to high school, during my freshman year, I moved to like a city suburb of Connecticut where there was a lot less black folk, a lot more white people, and a lot
Usually how
more
that
white
works.
things. And yeah, right. And a lot more white things. And I associated one of those white things to be cross country and algebra 2. I was like, yo, I don't know none of these shits. Um, yeah, nah. So cross country is it's just crazy that at some point people was like, yo, you ain't really you see what they do, you see what they do for y'all? It was like, yo, y'all ain't fast, but motherfuckers can persevere. Let's go running for a couple hours. Where to, coach? The woods. So, like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Y'all kill at that. Everyone that like won over here, they all look like you.
Thank you.
Hairy arms, shitty PSPs,
Dead PSPs. Pour one out.
bad PSP, bad PSP. Let's talk a little football. What you got going on coming up this upcoming divisional round? Who you got?
Fuck, I don't know who's playing.
Jesus Christ.
Brian, we have had
Doing
this
this?
conversation
Like you
in the
don't what do you do on Sundays and Saturdays?
I'm with my daughter.
What,
My
she don't do shit yet?
my angelic daughter. She's going on swings now, Brian. She is eating solid. She is
Damn,
giggling. She's about to start preschool or not preschool, daycare.
damn.
I'm not prepared emotionally for that. My days are spent coping with the
You think
fact that
that's
my baby
crazy that
girl's growing up.
we send kids to daycare so quick?
Shit, we're late. We're late on that front. Like
Yeah, I know, but like,
so many
and
people
even
do
that's
that
quick.
like 6 weeks. 6 weeks are
Yeah,
like, here, have my newborn. It's like,
yeah,
fuck no. Like I feel
yeah.
so bad for anyone who has to do that shit. That's terrible.
We're doing something. We're doing something. Blah, 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 blah. We're doing some things wrong. All right, Jags Chiefs. We got Jags Chiefs the Saturday
Chiefs.
early game. Chiefs. Okay, I also
Big.
go Chiefs. That's an easy one. We got Eagles Giants Saturday night game.
Oh, probably Eagles.
I know this is probably an Eagles, but are we saying something about little rust? You could come out a little rusty because you had a little break. I don't. Giants is playing well, smash mouth football. They got their hand in the dirt, so I don't know. They can muddy things up. I still got the Eagles. Bengals Bills. That's the
Mm.
Sunday early game.
I gotta say the one piece of football I did catch was that Bills Dolphins game. I caught the second half of that when it was surprisingly close. The Bills did not look good to me at
That's
all.
my
Like
point.
they
That's my
played
point.
the Dolphins played a horrible game and still almost went on the road and beat
With
them.
horrible players.
Yeah, third string quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm I'm loath to pick against the Bills just because home field still, but
Right.
I wouldn't be shocked if they lost, to be honest. But I'm gonna go Bills. I'm gonna stick with Bills. Go chalk.
Um,
If for only reason than despite you, if Josh Allen were to win the Super Bowl, it would be very funny to me.
well, you won't have to worry about that because it won't happen.
Okay.
But my whole point was simply this: do you feel as confident about Josh Allen taking his team to a Super Bowl and winning it today versus Week 1?
I mean, armed with the knowledge that the entire team played poorly against the Dolphins, I would say probably worse, but that's less
That
a reflection of him and more that the rest of the team really not playing all that well.
I mean, the rest of the team doesn't lead the league in interceptions.
Oh my god, here we go. I had closed this tab because
We're
I was
not
like,
doing this.
surely we're not going to get to this today, but I need to reopen it clearly
We're not doing this. I'm
because
just saying.
rehashing this.
I'm just saying.
You're saying some
Clearly, it's an
nonsense.
all or nothing. You know that one song that goes, "Girl, I want it, oh, 'cause I want it all, or
Now, can you do another verse?
nothing at all.
Oh yeah,
There's nowhere left to fall.
yeah,
It's now on
yeah.
O Town, right? O Town.
Ooh, maybe.
That's Josh Allen. He's gonna give you all, or he's gonna give you nothing at all. And sometimes all is all the interceptions. Sometimes all is all the touchdowns. My only point was this seemingly surefired Alabama in the playoffs bet that people had locked in on Josh Allen before the season even started, that he was going to be fantastical and supplant Patrick Mahomes as someone that we need to be given the crown to. It was just something that I could. It was making my loins hurt.
He has the
So
second
yes,
highest QBR this season behind Patrick Mahomes.
okay, that's not first.
He has the third most touchdown passes
It's
behind
not
Patrick
first
Mahomes,
or second.
Tied with Joe Burrow.
It's not first or second.
Let's
All I'm
see
saying,
what
all I'm
else we got.
saying,
Seventh total yards, 4,200 yards.
it's yard schmards.
I will grant you completion percentage
62.
63.3. That's only good for 23rd in the league. So you
But
got him there.
listen,
But
I'm not here for the stats. The take was just a conveyor belt for the overall point, and the overall
then you
point
hate
was
Buffalo.
slow down on anointing Josh Allen as King Dingaling. That was my
That was
point.
not the take.
That was my point.
That was not your point. Your
How you
point
gonna
was
tell me
that
my point? How you gonna tell me my point?
your
You
point
you
was
you
that
the
you
one video
hate
games.
Buffalo.
He leads Buffalo.
You
He is Buffalo.
no. Not the team.
He
The
is
region.
Buffalo.
The
Where he
region.
goes, Buffalo goes.
The city.
Okay, so
You
Josh Allen is
destroy the
responsible for all.
entire you destroyed that entire city. That was your point. Is that you hate those people.
No, I love Buffalo.
I don't think you do.
I love Buffalo.
You said some very hateful things about
I
Buffalo
don't
during that
recall. Maybe
rant.
it's because I was drinking. I'm on a dry January too, by the way. It's interesting. Um,
Wild stuff, sobriety.
I love the people of Buffalo because I see so much of us in the people of Buffalo. I see another franchise that meanders, hopeless in the river Styx, looking for some reason to exist, and they found it in Josh Allen. Josh Allen was the gold medallion under the tongue, so that they can pass over into the netherworld. And I'm just saying, get there first, because sometimes that gold doubloon falls out the motherfucking river into the water, and that's all I'm saying. And motherfucker was making him sound like he was a motherfucking teleportation device to the Hades, but instead that ain't the case. He more like a taxi cab discount coupon. Listen, all I was saying, all my whole point was he ain't as guaranteed as the world has made him out to be, while proving nothing so far. Nothing.
You can't say he
Nothing.
hasn't been
You gave me a whole
anything.
bunch of arbitrary stats.
They're
You
not
know who's had a
arbitrary.
career. You know who's had a
Touchdowns aren't
career.
arbitrary.
You know who has had a career of arbitrary stats that ended up meaning nothing when it was said and done?
Tony Romo?
A lot of motherfuckers. More motherfuckers than not. You mentioned one, Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers.
Yeah. Oh,
Andrew
yeah.
Luck. Peyton Manning for most of his career.
Matt Ryan.
Drew Brees for most of his career. Like a lot of players who we look at as the upper echelon, the Parthenon of these motherfuckers. And I didn't see it yet. Like it's different.
Okay, but the problem with that argument is that all those dudes you just listed as being, good but not great, they're all Hall of Famers. So what are you saying?
Yeah, they're all Hall of Famers, including Tony Romo. I'm glad you put that in there. They're all Hall of Famers. You said it. They're all Hall of Famers. You're right. Let Josh Allen become a Hall of Famer first before he becomes a god. Like motherfuckers turned him into a god. They turned him into a god, Ty. They turned him into a god.
I don't want to have this conversation with you, Bryan.
We don't have to have it again. All I'm saying is, as I said earlier, they're not making it to the Super Bowl. They're not winning a Super Bowl. Josh Allen will probably be the reason why they get kicked from the playoffs. And Dak Prescott, by far, was the best quarterback so far in the playoffs. Period. Closed door and open it and close it again. Make sure it's locked.
We're going on an hour. What's the final game?
Cowboys, Niners, Sunday night.
Niners. Big.
Cowboys. Put something on it.
All right. What do you want?
I don't trust them.
Nor should you. No reason to.
No, just that Niners team is good. They're stacked. But, everyone likes a bully till that bully gets punched in the mouth.
Well, we'll see. I don't know, man. It would be very fitting on the year that I have essentially stopped caring about the Dallas Cowboys that they would go on and make a run, and I would actually have something to cheer for. But my interest has just waned considerably. So, no, maybe that my indifference is the gas that they need to propel themselves forward to success. Who knows?
That being said, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll be here to soak up all the giblets that fall from the success of your angst.
Well, we'll see. Come Super Bowl time, though. Oh, if they're in the Super Bowl, your boy is back. He is back.
My wife's a Giants fan, and we've already made a bet. Not a bet, a deal. If they do their thing against the Eagles, we do our thing against the Niners. But COVID, going to Dallas, baby.
Ooh. He will risk the pipes for that.
Kind of hope neither one.
I don't think you have to worry about that. Anywho, this has been episode 69 of the Fan Levitard Show. I feel like we touched on a number of appropriate topics given the episode number here. Yeah,
Fecal matter.
The P in PSP stands for penis. I hope that we have don't worry about it. I hope we have big things in store for the show in 2023. Big year for the show. Big year for y'all, Fan Levitardians. Stick with us. Keep blowing up our shit because we need you. We need you. Get those numbers up.
Keep blowing it up like a Greyhound bath.
Yes. All right. See y'all next time.